So everyone now knows everything, and they've taken whatever action they deemed appropriate, and that action would appear to be nothing.
Hey everyone, I am joined by Leo, or if you're watching from Kitguru's channel, Leo is joined by me. We are filming the same video for 2 channels, so it's going to go up on both of them. And if you're not subscribed to Kitguru, you should go check them out. If you are subscribed to Kitguru, you should check ours out. And Leo, the topic, we're standing in the ASUS booth right now, and you guys ran a piece about ASUS and concerns with advertising and some comments they made. We followed up, we added commentary to that, talked about your experiences as well. The topic today is, how do we feel about ASUS right now? Where do we stand on ASUS in general? Before that, this video is brought to you by Phanteks and the G300A Mesh Edition case. The Phanteks G300A revives the A-series approach to airflow that Phanteks began really pushing with the P400A that we liked previously. The new G300A comes in a few variants based on fan count and uses the Phanteks ultra-fine front mesh that allows for a higher airflow without double stacking filters, as we've shown in the past. The G300A Eclipse is a compact tower supporting ATX boards, and you can learn more at the link in the description below.
I think a large part of the thing came down to Coffee Lake reviews, and when we enabled DOCP or did not, and it totally changed the performance of that CPU in a not entirely clear manner. Now, we've run across all sorts of instances of that since, but basically if you reviewed that Intel processor on ASUS or Gigabyte or ASRock or MSI, you got quite a different experience. And thankfully I did not use ASUS for that review. I got quite a neutral review. Other people got a totally different experience. Since then, you've had your views on DOCP,
yeah.
Rightly so. And
MCE.
Correct, and so on. So it's not so much, I don't think, what companies do as a whether we know what the hell they're doing.
That's a really good point.
And whether they're open about it. The recent thing about ROG in particular and your warranty may or may not be toast is a different matter. Whether they think it's a smart move to to charge a significant premium for products and then tell you that if you use the product in the manner it's obviously intended for, that you've just lost your warranty. I mean, it's madness. It's their business. Whether you spend with that company, that's a different story. It was actually open, but this, but we'll never enforce the warranty. It's like,
well, that's just bullshit.
Well, right. So
I don't know how you say that in England. But
no, that's good. It's bullshit.
You called me Diamond Geezer earlier, and I had to look it up.
That's because we were running slightly late, and it was like, you're accommodating us. You're a diamond geezer.
Great, thanks. So
have the jelly deals. But so the idea of signing a contract or accepting a warranty, I know we all scroll through those click to accept things and we never read them, and Uber could probably kill me tomorrow and they're not liable. I get this. I don't like it. I get it. But this is bullshit.
Yeah. And so on the advertising front, the thing that concerned me the most was the commentary about purchasing positivity. And this is also something that, it wasn't just what you guys posted about. I think, was that Alan who posted that? Or?
Yes.
Yeah. It wasn't just that, but it was sort of some of our experiences with getting an NDA forced in front of us last minute, which NDAs, it's okay, but when you're coerced by being across the world, it's kind of a different story. I've also kind of picked up a few stories this week about, speaking of coercion, one of the things that it is, so my opinion here is that if a company wants to enter a space competitively and start producing a product, an incumbent company such as ASUS shouldn't necessarily have say over that new party's ability to produce said product. I'm speaking of Acer, because what got back to me was we took apart a 4090, which is not a secret or special at this point, and apparently this was frowned upon by competition for Acer. So my concern is, assuming this is true and knowing some of the things are true that we've had experiences with ASUS about, knowing this, can ASUS be generally trusted? Is ASUS in fact persona non grata for advertising?
It's entirely possible. The Kitguru issue comes down to one word, which is good. You use the word positive. I believe the word originally used in the messages was good.
Sure.
So Jay's issue essentially was, advertise with me no use your products, which is absolutely fine. The guy's got a lot of reach. He's in the upper tier of YouTubers, not a problem. So Jay's chooses to use, Gigabyte or MSI rather than ASUS. That's his business, and so be it. He chose to do a video about it, but that's absolutely fine. In Kitguru's case, it was that and a bit more, which was, in essence, we're not just buying like review slots on Kitguru. We got launches. We expect our stuff on launch day, not, you know, after the curve. It was good reviews.
Right.
And to quote the expression, go f*** yourself.
Right.
Now, if that word was an error, and if someone goes, no, it was just, because these comments were like Saturday night, Sunday morning. So you go, okay, someone's having a bad day, understandable. But this was then gone over by the higher-ups within ASUS UK. You know, messages back and forth, there were screenshots and all the rest of it. And they had the opportunity to say, nah, it's one guy. We don't want the guy thrown under the bus. If the guy's doing what he's told to do not throw the guy under the bus.
And that is something we said in our video too, which is that I personally don't think that when we've seen as much as we have, that this is a single individual's bad apple type of thing. My concern is more of that it becomes a company culture, for top down, this is how you behave, this is how you treat media, which is what we kind of talked about.
Exactly correct. So my view on it is that having had the opportunity over days for them to assess messages and such like, and to say the guy got it wrong and he's now, you know, in the warehouse or wherever it might be, or in a box somewhere, didn't happen. And his boss is in place and all the rest of it. And obviously we know with your reach, we never knew in the UK whether our message had gone beyond the UK. Okay? Obviously in your case it's crystal clear, it's gone back to HQ here. Has to have done, no way. And if they haven't gone to the local offices to ask for, you know, show us the records, then they will have done. So everyone now knows everything, and they've taken whatever action they deemed appropriate, and that action would appear to be nothing.
Yeah.
So, okay, now it is entirely possible that they're looking, and I kind of think this might be the case, as this YouTube stuff, written reviews, obviously print dead, it's TikTok. The world is TikTok, the world is vertical video, who the hell are you, who the hell are we? And so yes, you're bitching and carping, but you'll be gone in a bit and moving on. I might have got that part entirely incorrect, but that's my vibe.
I mean, that's some companies, I think. I was speaking to someone from a totally different company about just marketing and targeting influencer marketing versus, say, traditional technical reviews. So I don't think you're entirely wrong.
Right.
I don't know if ASUS sees it that way, but I know some companies in the space do.
Right.
So you may be onto something with that. But in terms of company culture, and we talk about this idea of it's not necessarily just the individual, and I think it's very good of you to say don't throw the one guy under the bus, because
He's a good guy.
and it does, I mean, like I said, we've seen different patterns in the US, you've seen them in the UK, it starts to look wider than that. So what would ASUS need to do? We like to get on camera when a company has kind of fixed it, and we gave ASUS credit for the responses to the burning boards thing, said this is great, 10 bullet points, amazing, every company should do this, but there is a greater issue, which is the sort of ethics of it. So what would ASUS need to do in your eyes to earn back the trust?
Okay, there's obviously the self-interest, there's the reviewer thing, there's the samples and the this, that, the other, and there's communication about events and products and so on. It so happens that ASUS has difficulties, in my view, communicating about products, as in they don't send out reviewer guides to products for some bizarre reason. Other companies shower us with product information before the launch happens. Why they don't do this is a mystery. So there's something weird going on within the company. But my concern in the first instance is I consider the business with ROG and the warranties to be screwing the customer. If they're screwing the guys who are paying significant sums of money, you know, here's your AIO, 120 pounds, euros, dollars. Here it is with an LCD on the pump, 240 pounds, euros, dollars. We'll take your money, and you want to screw that guy, then they've got to sort those guys, and then they can move on to sorting us guys.
Yeah.
Because we'll continue. We're not making the weather here. We are responding to the breeze, is my view.
I like that. I like that quote very much.
You may use that on your channel.
Oh, we just did. We'll voice change it or something for mine. I'll get all the credit.
Have I become an AI?
You're on. We'll soon find out once Jensen has his way. So yeah, I think for me with the ASUS situation, I think it becomes simply a matter of time where any amount of words, I'm going to speak with some of the people who work at ASUS after we shoot this. I didn't want to talk before it because I wanted to share my thoughts without any influence, and they're not going to change, frankly. But when I speak with them, I don't think any amount of sort of, oh, we're going to fix this, that, the other, will resolve it right now. We just need to see long term.
If you go back to one of your many, I'm going to burn this company into the ground moments, and there have been now many, principal technologies.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got Intel doing their thing, which they've been doing in many ways for many years. And then you've got the guys who essentially are at the front of the thing. It's test this stuff, and by the way, disable half the cores of the AMD processor. Yeah. It's like, what the actual is this? Sadly for them, they live close to you.
Yes,
so you're
right.
rocked up on their doorstep. So instead of getting a bit of a YouTube video or complaint, you arrived in person, fresh off a plane.
Yeah.
So they got the worst of you. And I think shock, probably. I mean, you don't want to go through that experience twice, an angry Steve Burke. So it's like, good, great. I mean, if everyone could move to the Carolinas, the world would be a better place.
Sure.
but as it stands, Intel's been like that forever. They just kind of, they push and they ebb and they flow. This strikes me as, again, Intel, I would say, looks after their customers. And the XMP thing, that's never been a bad deal with Intel. But this ASUS ROG thing of we're going to toast your warranty once you paid $600, $700, $800 for a motherboard, it's not good.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah, and it was a principal thing, and I think their response has been good for this issue. So now it's just, I think it's on us and media and on community, of course, to post on Reddit or contact us, whatever. But it's on the community at this point to sort of police that new approach of, okay, they've got a great policy now. We've given them credit. We're happy with what's happened. But we need to make sure they keep it past this initial period of just burning CPUs and boards.
Also, I would say, comments below our videos on YouTube, we read all our comments. You get thousands of the damn things, and if you read them all, then you've got people for it. That's all I'm going to say. But we get comments about certain companies saying, I'll never buy from this company again because, you know, their warranty is trash. And clearly it's like TripAdvisor. You get the 1-star reviews and the 5-star reviews.
Well, everyone hates at least one airline, right?
Exactly correct. And why are you going to bother mentioning if you get a decent experience? Because it's so, you know, a good experience, sure, a decent experience, no. It's genuinely helpful. If you've had to use a warranty of any company relevant to the review in question, tell us about it. It's genuinely useful.
Especially if it was a good experience too, because most people will only tell us about the bad ones. And I do read the emails when they come through about any company, warranty usage. Most of the time they're negative, but it helps to know the positive. So
I mean, from our end of things, from our end of the telescope, the world is full of bastards. It just is. And we know it's not quite true. We meet an awful lot of people at this show, and it's been a long time since we've been here. You meet a lot of people who are genuinely good people, and they understand their products, and you have to wonder how the products arrive in the box arrive the way they do. It's just beyond explanation sometimes. Yeah. It's like someone's in the warehouse changing shit, and yet, there we go. There's some very intelligent people working on this stuff. Someone somewhere's putting the block on it just working just right.
Right.
And who that guy is, don't know, but that's the guy we want to influence.
Yeah.
Whoever you are.
I think that's actually a great point too, because that becomes a people within the industry watching who feel maybe powerless within the company. It is important to actually try and affect change when you have that position. But as for us, I think our view on this right now is the matter regarding the specific burning scenario. I view that as largely resolved. I think the updates should have fixed the problem from what we've seen. We'll see when I get back. But in terms of their bulleted list response, we're happy with that. So now it's just GN, I think we're going to wait and see, and you all reach out to us, you know, depending on how it goes. And it'll be a matter of time, see if company culture changes to embrace the price premium that they put on it and provide the service that should accompany that premium.
Absolutely correct. Couldn't agree with you more. So you're calling for ASUS ROG to slash prices by 20% today, and you're announcing the GN whistleblower channel.
The GN liability channel. I mean, 20% is about the number I think that pays for the customer service.
Absolutely right.
So you either cut the price 20% or you provide the service.
Oh, so you're saying they should increase the price 20%?
No.
My God.
Your first one. Between the two, let's go with the first one. Well, Leo, thank you for joining and discussing this.
Steve. It's been 4 years.
Yeah.
It's been 4 years. Long time. Last time Vegas. And damn, it's been good to be back at Computex.
Yeah, I love it. And for anyone who hasn't watched Kitguru, go check Leo out. But you have a lot of people over there. I don't know how many you have, but
There's a few. But it's kitguru.net on the web, and it's Kitguru Tech on YouTube.
Yes. So check out the channel, subscribe to them. Leo, I have great respect for the work you do, especially. And we will see you all next time.